There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hey cuties, and welcome back to another CC haul. Today I have over 100 new CC items for your kids, toddlers and infants for you. As always, you can find links to everything in the description down below, and I'll also make sure to link 2 more of my playlists right now that have videos with more CC for the little ones in them. I know it can be like extremely difficult to find especially cute Max's Match CC for them, so those playlists and those videos are there if you're in need. But without further ado, let's get straight into this. I hope you are all doing well. I am extremely excited to share some of the CC today, especially there's like a really cute dungaree thingy. Dungaree? There is a cute dungaree? There is cute dungarees. Is it? Do you always use the plural? I don't know. I'm not a native. I don't need to know these things, but there's really cute dungarees for the toddlers. I think that's how you say it, correct? I feel like I am going insane because I have been working for so long straight. It is Sunday right now. I worked all day yesterday on Saturday as well as today. It's like 4 p.m. and I've been doing nothing but had a shower, washed my hair and then worked. So I feel like my brain is just completely scrambled right now. So bear with me today, okay? We're trying to just get pre-recorded here. I don't know why I always struggle with pre-recording so much. It's really bothering me because like I had a few weeks in advance of like knowing I need to pre-record and like having started to do it, but like obviously it's hard when you have to get the same amount of work done that you usually do plus more on top to get pre-recorded. So for some reason that didn't work out, and then I got sick and then I had some other stuff to do, and it was just very annoying because it left me with like pretty much a week to pre-record. And if you've watched the last 2 videos on Friday, those were like me sharing all of my female tops that I have in my game, and those videos take forever. I think each of those videos took me almost 2 days to complete, which is insanity if you're working on a tight schedule. But all of these videos I just love doing them, and I know that it's like very helpful. If I wouldn't create content for The Sims, I know those would be like the type of videos I would seek out, just where someone like shares all of the stuff they have in their game, so you can kind of like go in. I obviously always add numbers to everything as well, but you can always go in and then see what you like, get those things, and just get a little bit of like new CC, new inspiration. I also feel like everyone has such a different style with their CC, and it can be really refreshing to see someone else's Sims and just seeing like what skin details they use, what reshape they use, what kind of CC items, what CC creators they mostly use. I just think it's so interesting. So those type of videos, like just someone sharing like everything they have in their game, I would have loved to watch when I wasn't a creator. I feel like when before I started making videos, it was quite difficult to like get good CC. There also wasn't that much around, but I always felt like overwhelmed whenever I went CC shopping because I was like, I do not know what I already have in my game. There's so many options, and I don't know, just me doing CC hauls like every 2 weeks now for adults, that is, because for the little ones there's not always that much new CC, so I kind of always wait until there is around 100 CC items that I can put a video together. And it was perfect this time because it was only a month since the last one, I believe, but usually it can take longer, like more than a month. Usually I feel like it takes more like 2 months until there's enough CC for me to make a video on it again. And for adults now, I just have all of these bookmarks saved from everyone's different like Tumblrs or Patreon pages where I know I like their CC, and then I also have some CC find blogs that I kind of like refer back to. So after I go through all of the different creators I already know and love, I always just check those like CC finds Tumblrs just to see if there's something else I have been missing out there that I could add to the collection. And I feel like at some point it's just gonna be insanity. Luckily, not all of them always put out new CC like every single month or like every few weeks, and it kind of like just works out beautifully, honestly, because I feel like they kind of like all of the people I follow, like 50% of them upload like maybe in the first 2 weeks of a month and the other in the last 2 weeks of a month, or make it like public on their Patreon, and it's just, it works out so well for the CC holds. But I feel like CC holds weren't really that much of a thing when I started playing The Sims and before I started making content. And like I said, it also takes forever if you don't have a CC hold to relate back to and to go to. It just takes forever. Like, I would sit here for hours before just like looking for CC that I want, and then I never played the game. I mean, it's still kind of the same. I kind of still enjoy creating Sims the most, and I like building in the Sims, and then playing kind of comes third. It's so funny because I wonder when it changed, because I remember when I was younger, the very first Sims game, you couldn't really create a character. I think they were just outfits and like heads, so the head and the body were separated, and then you could pick a different head and a different body, and the bodies all wear an outfit, and that's what you could pick from, if I remember correctly. And then in The Sims 2, I think was the first time I ever really got into like custom content. I don't even know if there was some for the first Sims game. I'm sure there was, but I didn't mess with that back then. I was way too young. But with The Sims 2, I like hugely got into CC. I loved creating Sims and using all of the CC I had, all of the custom skin tones. That was just my vibe. It was so good. And I didn't like building in the first or second game. It was more like the first one I just loved playing, and when I built a house, it was just full of all of the crazy objects you could buy because I was a child, so it wasn't really a nice functional house. It was just crazy stuff in there, like all of the fun objects you could get in one house. And then with The Sims 2, I don't think I ever built, and I literally just created Sims, and I loved playing The Sims 2. And then with The Sims 3, I think it was more about playing. Creating Sims was probably like second, and I never built. Like, I honestly did not once build a full house in The Sims 3. And so that's that. Also, roofing was so hard in that game. Anything really, because it wasn't like now where you can like build a house and then if the wall is a little bit too big, you draw it back. I feel like that would have messed with everything in the house. I don't know if that even was an option in Sims 3. I did not build enough, but I know that it was hideous because I went back to The Sims 3 quite a few times in the last few years, and whenever I built something I was like, I hate this. Like, this is just so not convenient to build in The Sims 3. And with The Sims 4, I feel like just because of them swapping up how build mode works, it really started being so fun and like thrill. It's just kind of like a thrill that I get from it, where like I figure out the house. And honestly, when I build, I feel like the homes are always cute from the outside. I like the furniture, but a lot of times the floor plans are an absolute mess, and I don't know why that is. It's not even like I could have come up with a better floor plan. I always sit there and try forever to come up with a good floor plan, but my buildings always end up being like a very weird shape to figure a floor plan out for. And I don't even think they look that weird from the outside. I think it's just because I tend to build very small homes. Like, whenever I build a big house in The Sims, I end up not finishing it. Like, I maybe do the outside, maybe even paint it, put the roof on, put windows in, but then I move into the inside and I'm like, this is ginormous. And I just never know what to fill the empty spaces with. And I think in real life, if you have a big room, empty space doesn't feel as bad as it does in The Sims 4 for some reason. I don't know. Maybe because there's not a lot of like texture, so the floor doesn't have a lot of texture in The Sims. I don't know. Don't know what it is about, but I just think in The Sims, if there's a lot of open space, it kind of just looks unfinished, and then it always scares me because I don't know what to do with those big buildings, and then I just move on to another teeny tiny home that can barely fit a double-sized bed. Like, a lot of times when I build, I just have like the bed scooted up to the wall because it doesn't go anywhere else, and I have the tiniest rooms. But hey, that's just my build style, I guess. I'm just into tiny homes without meaning to build tiny homes. How did we even get here? I think I was talking about like all the different Sims games, but like, yeah, I think in the Sims 4 now, it's either creating Sims or building that is my favorite. I can't really choose because I go through phases of liking one or the other. I definitely love dressing up my Sims. I think that is so much fun. Or like making over random townies that your Sims run into. I just think that's amazing. Like, I love when my Sim makes a friend and I'm like, nope, I could elevate you so much. Like, let's take you into Cath, I'll fix you up. It's just so much fun to me. I don't know why. Let me know what your favorite thing is to do though in The Sims 4 and if it has changed, if you've played previous previous games of The Sims. And yeah, with that said, the video is coming to an end real soon here. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!